Hey everybody, it's Anika. I am here with another sketch to scrap page I want to share with you. I use scrapbooks, etc.com again. And when you go on the website, you can just go through and scroll through and see what kind of scrapbook page you want to make. One page layout, multi-layouts, large 5x7 photo layouts. So it's really, I'm kind of liking it. So hold on, let me show you the sketch. Okay. This is the sketch that I chose. And this is a 5x7 photo. I didn't use a 5x7 photo. I actually used two photos. I looked around for a little bit and I couldn't find a two photo sketch. So I used two in the same area. Like I said, it's open for interpretation of what you wanna do. So for me, I'm kind of liking the sketch thing. I'm kind of liking having a jumping off point for my scrapbook pages, and it's a lot easier for me to figure out what I'm going to do when I'm looking at a scrapbook page or a sketch, and then deciding, I don't like that, or I really like that a lot. I'm going to try to recreate that, and it gives me just a really good jump off place, and I don't feel so stuck always looking for my mojo when you can have a little help with that. So that's the sketch. And let me show you my interpretation. Oh, and here it is. My honey muffin. Now, I'm really excited about this because I think I have a hard time scrapbooking with colored photos. And I don't know if anybody has that issue, but I have a hard time scrapping with colored photos, trying to find paper that goes with it and it's not too busy and all that kind of stuff. So as you can tell, this is DeAndre, and this is Crazy Dress Day back in first grade. Yeah, P2 is first grade. And so as you can tell, I put a lot of stuff on his outfit. Thank God for hot glue. Now you can see his shoe right there. I took an old shoe and I hot glued it with all those pom-poms and whatnot on there. And then he has a flip-flop with a sandal with a sock in it for his other shoe. So as you can tell, he's very happy right here. But when in the journaling, I talk about how when we got to school and he didn't see any other kids dressed up because he got dropped off a little early, he cried and he carried on really bad. And it took a teacher who was dressed crazy to calm him down and say, hey, kids will come and there'll be a few kids dressed up, no worries. And so he finally got out the car and I could finally go to work. And of course, when I got home, when I picked him up in the afternoon, he was all excited because, yes, he wasn't the only one. But even though there weren't a lot of kids, he was got a lot of attention, so it just kind of made his day a little bit. And of course, Mommy was right that other kids were coming, and but this is the page, and as you can see, you have the 5x7 photo just in that section. So it's not 5x7, but it is taking up that space over there. And the scalloped edge going down here, and this little layer that you can see right here. I actually did two layers right here. And then the title part with the little strips hanging down, I did that, and I used stickers. I really like that, the stickers and the strips down there. And then here is I did two journaling spots. Here's the journaling right here, and that's what I came up with right there. So that's the name of his school. Primary 2, here in Bermuda, we go by how many years you've been in school. So primary 1 will be kindergarten for you guys, and primary 2 will be first grade. So he is here in primary 2, and I thought about putting first grade or second grade, but he wouldn't know anything about that yet. He knows primary 1, primary 2, because right now he's in primary 4. So I left it on there, and that's spring 2010, I think, because these are old photos. And then it didn't call for any more journaling, but I did add a piece of journaling in there. So, and then actually a couple of doodads along the way. I think it came out really nice. I was kind of impressed with myself that I didn't overdo it. And with all the colors and stuff, it doesn't seem, and you let me know, it doesn't seem so busy to me. One of the things that the paper, let me tell you about the paper. The paper that I picked is called, I didn't go there, hold on. It's called To the Moon by Fancy Pants. Let's look at a couple of their papers. And it's all these monsters and stuff. And it's really a lot of great patterns. Like I said, sometimes I have a hard time with the colored photos because some of the collections can be so colorful. These are the element stickers. And these are cute. These are called glitter cuts. And this might be my relief from rub-ons because I don't like rub-ons. And one of the reasons why I don't like rub-ons is because of, and I don't know if you guys can see that on there, because of the film, or whatever this is, around the outside of the rub-on. And I said I would try it again, but I don't like it. And if I could peel it up without ruining it, I would. But I don't like rub-ons. But then this is it's called glitter cuts. And this came all in the kit. And that's kind of my answer to the rub-ons because they're just like little vellum, a little harder than vellum, I think. Little vellum pieces. Let me show you a piece in here so you can kind of see what it looks like. And when I picked up the pack, I didn't really know what they were. But this is what it looks like. And I know you can't really see too well, if you can see that on there. And they're just little pieces that pop out, and they're just thin little vellum kind of pieces, which is perfect because they don't leave that residue around the side. So I really like that on my layout. And then let me see. A lot of cute papers that were in there. A lot of bright colors, and I love bright colors for DeAndre's layout. Like that. That's pretty. That seems like you could fussy cut that. That's pretty. And then one of the things that happened for the journaling, I actually typed onto the paper itself. As you can see, the print behind it, that is, let's see why you, this paper cut up. So just cut part of it off. But originally, and I was really upset too, originally this was going to be the journal spot. And it came out so cute inside the lines. And I was so happy until I realized that it had cut off the first sentence, and then all of this over here shouldn't have been. So I was so upset because it came out so nice. Because usually I feed it, and it's so strange because this is what it looked like originally. So how it got over here, over there, I don't know. And then how it skipped, I don't know. But usually I feed it to I print it off, and then to see how big it's going to be. And then I take my paper and I just lay it on top. And then sometimes you can see the back of where it is, so you can make sure it's lined up straight, and you hold it up to the light, and you can really see. And then you turn it over, and you feed it back through your printer again, and when it comes out, it comes on your paper. I'm pretty sure that's my new technique, but I don't like to write on my layouts anymore, pretty much, because my handwriting is very temperamental. It all depends on the pen, and if I don't have a good pen, my handwriting is atrocious. So I like to write on there. And then I took some of the different fonts and pulled them out to go with the journaling. That idea came from Nicole McGorrick. She actually stamps, though, and I don't have a lot of word stamps. So I just did the next best thing and just picked some of the fonts from my computer. So anyway, this is my layout. I hope you guys like it. Leave me a message, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.